Hey guys, just section of violence here. Didn't know if we were starting yet. But yeah, let's get into it. We got a fun Ares FC card. We got Lynn, Carman. I'll do two of them. We got uh, Ares FC, and then I'm gonna get out Brave. So Lynn Carman versus Desera Kupiva. So from the brief tape I watched, I think Kupiva is more well-rounded. But Carmen may or may not have a better striking. We don't know for sure. I'm gonna lead with Kapiva here. I line her negative 200. I think the lines are way off. Um, could be wrong. We'll find out. I'm willing to look stupid on this fight, but yeah. Carmen's shadow boxing was horrendous, and I just can't trust her. Moving on. We got Hugo Guilin versus Shak Bulat Abuev. Abuev is an interesting fighter. His cardio is not amazing, but he does swing with some mean intentions. And sometimes against Hugo, that could be enough. But I think Hugo is a smart enough fighter to just do what he needs to win this fight. I think Hugo will take him down if he needs to. It's a tricky fight though, because I think because he got TKO'd by Jackie Jean in round one. So I don't know truly what to make of this, but I do think, yeah, like, I do think he has the ability to go 3 rounds. So I'm gonna go with Hugo Guilin by decision here, but I could see some funky finish early. But yeah, definitely a fun fight. Looking forward to it. Moving on, we have Joffy Hulton versus Abubakr Tabatili. So Abubakar is a very, very obese man. He's a circle. Um, Probably the most unathletic person I've seen. Maybe he is athletic, but he just doesn't look at it. He just doesn't look it. The guy, man, he might have some power too, but I think Joffy's got him covered everywhere, man. Like this guy he trains with Cyril Gahn or whatever. Great, but you are so not an athlete. And 7-4 isn't a bad record at all, but like look at the guys he's fighting. He lost round one to Benjamin Sekic. That's all you really need to know. Um, all his wins are to guys with negative records, 11-20, 1-5. Oh, there you go, 2-0 guy. Let's see what he's doing now though. 4-6. Like, come on. It's pretty self-explanatory why Joffy's the favorite. I have Joffy Hulton TKO easy. Easy work, Joffy. Moving on, we have Gaetan Dambo versus Mohamed Beilut. So Gaetan Dambo, he's a kickboxer. I don't know truly how good he is because he hasn't beat anybody good. And this is he's fighting a prospect from France who seems to be on a little rise himself. He's only 2-0. But he has some decent BJJ. I think he's gonna be a little bit of a problem in the promotion. So we'll see how high his ceiling is. But I think this is a good test for him in the striking department. His wrestling, the French aren't great at wrestling, so we're gonna go with Beilu. But I think he's gonna pull guard again and pull something, pull an arm bar or something like that again. Yeah, rear naked choke. Who knows? I'm gonna go with Beilu though. They're building him here, and they're expecting him not to get KO'd. So we'll see. Moving on, we have Vlad Guto versus Daweed Penfield. So Daweed Penfield is a jobber, pretty much being brought in to lose. And yeah, Guto is still pretty unproven. A very explosive, dangerous round one. He's like I said, he's only 1-0, so we don't truly know how good he is. His only win, you know, we don't know how good he is. This is, so I think Vlad's gonna come in. I think he's gonna take him out round one, but who knows, man? Maybe he gets upset. I don't know. I'm going with Vlad here. I feel like it's a pretty straightforward pick, though. Probably the lock of the card. One of the biggest locks of the card. I can't see him blowing this, but you never know with this sport. Moving on, we have Shinyao Dyer versus Lilia Kazik. Kazik is a very, very experienced opponent. I just feel like she's going to be too slow for Dyer. And on the feet, it's Dyer all day. Dyer is a much more clean striker. The strikers coming out of London, or yeah, sorry, England. The Ditcheva, Dyer, very, very good. I think Dyer is going to come in this fight and just have another showcase fight. I don't think Kazak's going to get her down. I feel like this is going to give me another showcase fight for Dyer. Moving on, we have Giselle Morea versus Rizlan Zuek. So it's a tricky fight. I think Giselle Mora wins, but the age does worry me. 42 years old, but I feel like Rizin Zua is not on the sauce like Giselle is, and I think Giselle's the acai is keeping her in good form. And I think she'll be able to pick up another win here. I just think she'll be able to outstrike her and win the exchanges. It's gonna be a fun fight though. By fun, I mean not fun at all. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Giselle Morea here. Moving on, we have Axel Sola versus Turpel Unisov. So Unisov's another prospect coming up out of France. His brother is another prospect who got a big win to become a champion. Turpel's the this is a vacant belt. I do think Turpel is very, very talented as well. Um, he's got the submissions. Could be a potential cardio issue because Axel Sola, I don't know, man. I think Axel's a little more well-rounded. This worries me here. I want to lean Axel, but I'm gonna have to go with Usanov here. Um, like he has a better experience. It's tricky. This is a tricky one. I'm going to go with Usanov, but it's a close fight, man. It could really go either way. But yeah, I like this fight, man, a lot. It's a big step up for Usanov, and it's a big fight for Sola. So we'll see how it plays out. Moving on, we have Henrique Shigemoto versus Virgil uh Ojian. So Ojian is I believe a very, very decent striker. Not striker, sorry, grappler. Good top pressure. Um, he knows how to scramble. Does get pretty tired, but for the most part, he knows how to grind it out. Um, yeah, he got a rear naked choke against a Lithuanian, which isn't saying much. Their grappling scene isn't great over there. I do think he is a very, very low key. Like he hasn't really found his way yet to show how good he is. I think this is a fight to show how good he is. I'm gonna go with Ujin here, but I am prepared for the worst for something, like him to, get TKO'd later, or him to gas out, or I don't know, something fluky. But yeah, this is gonna be a fun fight. I'm gonna definitely be tuning into this for one. If I could give you guys my top five predictions for this card, it would definitely be number one would have to be Vlad Gutu. Number two would be Dyer. Number three would have to be, I'd have to say Hulton. Number four, Belo. And number five, I would have to say Woojin. Number five. All right, guys. Like, subscribe. Oh, sorry, my bad. You know the drill. But yeah, let's finish off with Braves quick picks. I won't get into it too in depth, but yeah, we'll get into it. So we have Fabiola Nascimento. I don't have the weigh-in photos yet, so bear with me here. All I know is Nascimento is being built here to win. If you see her amateur record, 10-1, That's a pretty good amateur record if you ask me. Um, you know, versus a girl in Jillian who's 1-1, who does have a decent following back. She is a Muay Thai girl. She hasn't fought in a year. I don't know, man. There's not much I can really get from this girl. I'm definitely gonna go with Fabio and Nascimento here. Um, I just feel like she's a better fighter here. I feel like this is a setup spot for her. Definitely set up spot for the next matchup. So she opened negative 300, and I missed that boat. She's negative 1500 right now. 15-0 amateur record out of Bahrain. Bahrain is a very, very, popular spot right now for the Arab fighters. Very, very, good spot. They treat their fighters well. So I think it's an amazing place to train right now at Team KHK or whatever. But yeah, this is the biggest setup spot of the week probably. I wish I got the free money in on this. I screwed it up. Who cares? It is what it is. Moving on. Um, Abbas Khan versus Chad Griffiths. I don't know why the odds are so wide. To be honest, I feel like it's a closer fight. The age is probably the biggest factor, and the fact that Khan is trading out of Bahrain. Um, yeah, I think uh, I think he should win this. His last fight, he went to a split decision with a 44-40 guy. So that's my only real worry. But for the most part, I feel like he should win this. Um, but yeah, I have a little sprinkle on Griffiths just because of how bad his record is. And he has pretty yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. This isn't a guy that I want to have money on. I know he trains out of Bahrain, but it's just not someone I can back. Chad Griffiths, I'm going to lean with Khan, but because he's being built here to win because the age. But Griffiths, I would be not shocked to see a win out of Griffiths. Moving on, we have Ishadine Durbani versus Dean Garnett. I feel like this is a spot for Garnett here. I think he's just more well-rounded. Um, he has some decent wins. Dominic Wooding, Lucas Corbage. I think these are some decent wins. He beat some undefeated guys. He's only lost to some pretty good guys. I gotta go with Dean Garnett here, although it is a decently close fight. I'm gonna have to go with Garnett. Durbani is just not that good. Moving on. We got Oscar Owensworth versus Mohamed Vazisabi. I don't know if this fight's happening, but if it is, I'm going to lean with Oscar Owensworth because Sabi's an auto fade. The guy is just not great at all. Moving on. We have Ahmed Laban versus Jack Grant. Jack Grant is a very, very experienced opponent. I feel like his experience and talent should get him through this fight. He is pretty well rounded. Um, I could see him. Obviously, the wrestling's my biggest worry, but he trains at a decent gym at Renegade, I believe. Trains at Renegade, I believe. Let's see. Um, no, he does not train. Valitudo saw him. Either way, the guy's a beast. He cross trains at other gyms. I think Ahmed Laban yeah, he's meant to be a Middle Eastern side. But like, if you look at the guys he's fought, like 10-5, he lost to the guy that Markel Medeiros starting around. I just feel like this is a spot for Grant to win. It's not like a heavy spot, but I just lean Grant here, especially at the odds I got him at. So gonna have to ride with the Grant bet. Moving on, we have Gerald Burns versus Hossein Maki. Now everything in me wants to stick on my Burns bet. I just feel like Burns is the better fighter. You know, he has. The thing is, I just try not to play our Irish fighters. That you don't know how good they truly are. But about fighting out Bahrain, you're gonna have some good fighters out of there. So I'm gonna lean Bahrain, but I'm probably gonna switch back just because of how bad this guy's record is. It's actually astounding how bad this guy's record is. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on Burns, man. This is just pathetic. Um, Not a fight I'm gonna bet on. Personally, I bet a little bit actually on Maki just just out of principle for the robberies of Bahrain, but mostly a donation. I gotta learn to ignore fights. This is one of them. Moving on, we have Nenad Avramovich versus I can't even say his name. Al Sawali. Al Sawali is a very, very experienced opponent, fighting pretty much everybody. The guy has really dangerous striking. He's a bit chinny, his chin's high, and his grappling isn't great. I'm gonna go with Al Sawali here by KO, but Nanad could make this a harder night for him if he pressures him, and we'll see. I don't know exactly how Nanad's gonna come into this fight. He's on a little bit of a winning streak right now, facing a bunch of bums, so or these guys nobody knows. So I'm interested to see how this plays out for sure. This could be a huge trap or a huge hammer in hindsight, one of the two. Moving on, we have Jose Torres versus Nikosi Ndebele. Close fight. Nikosi is a good grappler. Good at pretty good at defending takedowns. I think Jose Torres. I met him in Vegas. He's a super nice guy. Good record, 12-1. Trains with really good guys out in Vegas. Patchy Mix is one of his main training partners. The thing with this fight is it's not as linear as people think. Oh, we beat him the first time, we should beat him easy the second. Um, Especially when you're fighting someone that had like a whole 25 minutes and they couldn't finish you, and it went to a decision. It kind of gives you confidence that maybe I could let my hands go a little more. So I'm not going to touch this fight for that reason, but I honestly can't see the fight going. I can't. I really think Jose just got his number, and maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. And I'm just gonna lean Jose Torres again. I'm not gonna play the fight just because there's too many outliers, but I do like Torres, man. He's a great guy, and this might be me betting with my heart again, but or not betting, but like picking with my heart again. But it's my guy, man. I'm gonna go with Jose Torres, man. He's a G, and he just has more ways to win. But yeah, it's an interesting fight. Interesting fight for sure. Top five picks for this. Definitely D'Souza number one. I'd say Nascimento number two. If not, Nascimento, okay, number three would definitely be um number three would have to be jeez. No, let me see here. There's another guy. Asome number three. Salawi number four, and Grant number five. I'd have to say. All right, guys, like, subscribe. You know the drill. That's Brave that's Brave that's Brave Combat Federation or whatever it is, and that's Ares FC done. All right, guys, like, subscribe. You know the drill, and let's crush these cards.